So kind of what I wanted to touch on with this is basically how to start one, and it's pretty easy. All you need is flour and water, like nothing else, just flour and water. So that's where my scale comes in, and what you're gonna do is we're gonna make a small one because I'm not gonna make one that is 500 grams because we're not going to need it. We're in a small kitchen, we're in a home kitchen. So to start off with, make sure your whatever you've got is clean and sterile. So you may put it in like a little sealed container, like a plastic sealed container, that's totally fine. You might put it in, I'm not even really sure what else to put it in. Like, I don't know, one of these, I had, let me see. I had my lemon in one of these containers once that I got from Costco. It turned out to be quite large, but I realized I didn't need this much. So you can really get away with quite a bit. So you want to start off with something that is somewhat sterilized. Like I said, personally, I wouldn't use one of these, like a clear jar, because you want it to be darker and warmer. So a glass jar, although it will get warm inside, it's not dark and the light will penetrate it. So you want it to kind of be a bit more darker, but it will still work. If you've got a glass jar, it'll still work, so don't worry about that. Hi Zenda, how you doing? I see a lot of people in there. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Like, I know this is such a weird experiment, kind of an experimental kitchen, my shitty kitchen horror nightmare things that's happening. There's a delay with sound, or is it just me? It could, we've had troubles with the sound today, so hey Jasso. What are we making? So far, oh JP, thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome, thank you. So I'm teaching you how to make a starter for your own bread today, and we're going to get it going. It's going to take 5 days to 7 days to mature. So I'll show you every day the update. I promise, either in the Discord, so if you guys go down into the bio, there is a Discord link. Maybe someone can throw it up in there. So there's I'll put the pictures up in the Discord. I might even tweet them or put them on Instagram, on my Instagram stories, so you guys can keep up with or I'll just show you every day on stream. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Fenris. Today I do burger with vegetables. I'm gonna make burgers as well, so stay tuned. Once we do the starter, I will get straight into making burgers, so don't worry. I know So Fluff is pretty hungry. So what I'm gonna start with is we're gonna get some water. So I just tear it off so it's all zeroed. And what you do want to do is make sure the water is about 24, 25 to 28 degrees. Now, it just has to be lukewarm, just lukewarm. If you guys don't have a thermometer, don't worry, just get lukewarm water. Alright. So, because I know relatively a shot glass is like 30 ml, that's what we're going to kind of go with. We're going to go with, so it's going to be half, or, well, equal amounts. So we'll go with, we'll say maybe 30 milliliters of water and 30 grams of flour, which I'll show you the flour in just a second as well. Oh, hey Adam. Cheerio guys and girls. Do you have a permit to breed living things? I mean, maybe not breeding, but we'll see. So we're just gonna pour it in. Don't forget, make sure it's zeroed. I think this is actually a little bit more. If you go a little bit more, a little bit less, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter, just as long as it's, you know, around about 30 mil. So you can see it's not very much. It's not very much. 30 mil. And then, so luckily for me, I've got some baking flour. Hey Blooper, how you doing? Welcome. I loved your suggestions in the Discord, by the way. I really loved them. They were such good ideas. So because I was super lucky, when I had my business, I actually purchased quite a lot of flour because I was using like kilos and kilos of flour. But you can actually get baker's flour in the shops here in Australia. So if you're in Australia, you've got to find stuff that is like a baker's flour. Don't use plain flour. Do not use it because there is a difference in baker's flour and plain flour. Plain flour actually has a gluten percentage of 10%. Now I know these terms are probably going to be pretty out there, but you want a higher gluten. You want this, a protein percentage of 10%, and you want a higher protein percentage in the baker's flour. So this one I think is sitting at about 13% protein. Some baking flour. You want baking flour. You don't want all-purpose. No all-purpose. Okay. So this is sitting at around about 13%. It does, I think, have it on here. Oh no, this is just the breakdown of energy, fat, saturated fats, sugars, yada yada yada. But this one is a spelt flour as well, so I'm using it's a 50-50, 50 spelt, 50 baker's flour or white flour. This one is really good. You can also get many different other types. You can get wholemeal, white, you can get a rye. Rye is slightly different. It probably won't work out for you unless you get it with cut with a white flour. But we can get into that another time. But it's really important to get the higher proteins because the way baking flour works, bread needs a stronger flour. Is that different again? Bread flour is the one that you want to go for. Make sure it doesn't have yeast already in it or salts already in it. You want it just with the plain flour. Yeah, so cake flour is more of like the all-purpose flour, and bread flour is this stuff that you want, which has the higher proteins. Baking flour has more gluten, and all-purpose has more than cake. So all-purpose flour is like, think when you eat a cake and you eat it, it's soft, it's spongy, it'll break down instantly in your mouth. It's like, Whereas bread, you're like, that's how I think of it. It's like you want the nice pull, you want the, you don't want it to like melt in your mouth as such. You want it to be able to be structurous, fibrous, like all the stuff that bread is known for. You learned something already? That's so good, Flipper. You should put the flour in a glass jar so you won't get pests. So this usually sits inside of a sealed container, like kind of like a lockbox, and yeah, so you should probably keep it away from, you want to keep it airtight. You don't want it sitting out, even though this was actually sitting out, but you definitely want to keep it away because rats, mice, everything will go for it, even doggos. I found my dog inside flour with flour all over his face once before, so definitely want to keep it like this. So what we're going to do